Here he comes. Through the garden. Approaching the cabbage.
Strolling.
Here are the cabbage that we're gonna transplant. Okay, here's those cabbages. He's planting over here.
I'm gonna pitch that little guy. I don't think he'd mount too much anyway. Cabbages you can shove in pretty deep if you wanna. There ain't much to them. What I'm gonna do is just turn the sprinkler on here for most of the day, and otherwise I would normally, have a bucket of water and be around it. But you get the picture. This is how I transplant my tomatoes too. But otherwise, you buy cabbage plants. They cost a lot of money. Where here you just sow your seed for one of your first things in the spring, and they come up. You got your plants. When your soil's wet, plant them, and they take good. Well, this is kind of some first fruits. We've had one picking of peas, and then we stole a few little potatoes, and that's always fun when you get your first fruits. We'll continue on. We're going to probably have some green fried tomatoes here pretty quick, and just to keep you updated and kind of the progress of the garden and how they just continue to go through the summer. Seems like just a few days ago we planted it, and now we've got a beautiful garden that's starting to produce out here already. Here's our, we've had one little picking of beans so far, and here's some beans we got today. Our next picking's going to be just about twice this big, but this is that's summer gardening where you just kind of munch and crunch all summer long. Our tomatoes are getting big, and I've already had some green fried tomatoes, and the corn's growing. It'll be silken, and within the week it should be silken. There's a watermelon. It's probably an inch and a half long. They grow fast though. A couple days being a big difference. Another one hiding in there. Here we got some peppers in the making. Look at all these little tiny fellers coming here. Here's some of those orange or yellow Hubbards. The small squash is starting to set on. Is the butter nut, I believe. That's what they're called. And there's a few more. That's probably the biggest one out here, but they're setting on anyway. Be a lot of them. A few cucumbers. I'm going to pick cucumbers now. There's a couple of little tiny watermelon. There's a bigger one. And you can see one in there. There's one in here. A few watermelons I think they're going to make. Some cucumbers and corn. And the corn is really grown, as you can see. She's all full of ears, and it's going to be a lot of fun to try to get it all eaten. Some cucumbers and a zucchini, a couple tomatoes we picked up yesterday. Don't you love this time of year? Summer garden. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Gorgeous. Say hi, baby.
Hi, baby.
Well, there's some more of our summer garden stuff. We had those jalapenos, ain't they pretty? The tomatoes are coming, and of course you can see we got squash, and we got about 35 of them that I can count that should all make for winter. We went out and picked some of the squash. We got the big Hubbards, and of course they're not huge, but Hubbards and some Butternut, yeah. And here's some beans. We haven't got all the beans picked yet either, but put them in the sack there, and you close the sack up, stomp on it a little bit, and the beans will pour out, and then of course you got to wash them and clean them. But well, here we are. Just we don't pick our watermelons, you know, by the bushel baskets, but we had some beautiful watermelons this year. Probably about 30, which was a real treat for us. This tray is all full of sweet corn, frozen corn. There's some meat in here, but we also have, this is all frozen string beans. And then in our other freezer we also have green peppers and jalapeno peppers, and also our rhubarb and apples. This is a picture of the fruit room. We got squash and potatoes there, and I haven't got any pumpkins in yet. Here's salsa, and I don't know where the ketchup is. We put up a lot of salsa and ketchup this year. And there's some pickles, string beans, lots of fruit juice that we've put up. This is plum and choke cherry and grape. Back to the salsa. And we got extra things in here. Oop, we got some fresh canned milk. And there's some beets, carrots. Can't see that too good, but that's some chicken and fish down in there. And we're just ready for a great winter.
That's probably